Hello everyone, good morning. Hope so everyone is doing great. I welcome you all for the Monday's newspaper analysis. And yes, there were some important articles which are actually news, but before that, have a nice day or may God bless with you a very good result and very prosperous day. So starting with yesterday's news, that is obviously you can see with the image something which is related to your cyber crime or cyber threat or online threat. Okay, what if I say ki every day on an average like more than 1000 to 1200 people are actually prone or victim of these kind of cyber frauds in India. And what if I say ki on an average 3000 to 5000 people are suffering or are victim of cyber fraud in our country? Such a big data. So hello everyone, this is Alka Mishra. Today we will going to discuss in detail about recently the report which has been established by I4C, that is an organization, कि भाई on an average till 6 months have already been done of 2025. So more than 7 crore have already the number of money already has been frauded in India. That means कि हम on an average 7,000 करोड़ रुपए already loss कर चुके हैं. हर एक महीने में on an average cyber fraud के नाम पे 1,000 crore we are actually looted. What is the source? What is the report? What is I4C? What are the other digital initiatives which has been taken by the government? So from here it is very important. So but on a Janhit mein jari, you should be very careful about the recent frauds, because every day the number of frauds are increasing. The more the use of AI, the more the use of cyber things will be done in our country, we will going to be highly prone to these kind of cyber attacks. So you should be very clear and you should aware people around you कि yes, आपको इस तरीके से victim नहीं बनना है, and you should not panic. Just report to the responsible authorities as soon as possible. Starting with India's Cyber Crime Coordination Center, that is I4C, have recently said that कि भाई yes, India में which comes under your Ministry of Home Affairs had said that कि we are actually highly prone to financial cyber frauds. What is I4C? So I denotes for I like I, that is your India, and 4C, that means Cyber Crime Coordination Center. So I4C is a unit under Ministry of Home Affairs which look after on the matters which is related to cyber frauds, or specifically which is related to financial fraud. Before starting with, let us see actually in short what is actually I4C. So you can see here, you can also draw a flowchart and show ki bhai what is I4C. Now what is I4C? I4C is basically a cyber crime platform which look after ki whatever the cyber crime which is going in our country under Ministry of Home Affairs. So basically they work on it. They actually, it's like a forensic department. Jis tarike se after any murder or any crime there is a proper forensic department which is looking after the DNA analysis, sampling. Same like for cyber crime, there is an organization under Ministry of Home Affairs, of which one part is your I4C, which is looking after the strategic and working on the investigations which is related to these kind of cyber crime. So I4C, short for the Indian Cyber Crime Coordination Center. It's a national platform launched by Ministry of Home Affairs in 2018, inaugurated in January 2020 in New Delhi. So it's a nodal agency which look after the coordinating on the response of cyber crime without direct law enforcement. That means without, if there is no such a direct law enforcement which is done to it, it can look to this particular matter which is related to cyber crime. So in short, what is I4C? We have studied. Now what are the other features which is related to cyber suraksha in our country? Number one, we have a national cyber reporting portal helpline, that is cybercrime.government.in, which, or we have a toll free number, that is 1930. If you are actually prone to these kind of cyber crimes, you can call on this number and the people will going to respond. But there is a situation, there was a time when I was actually victim of this kind of cyber crime, but at that time they said they didn't pick up the call, and then after they revert after 1.5 hours and saying that ki, "Arey, sorry, we were having a lunch time." So like might be the situation has been better, yeah, might be the day was not good for me, but exactly, but the thing is that yes, there is a number that is 1930 which is actually responding on the thing. Now same the digital arrest concept, where there is a new kind of a cyber law which you will see, cyber threat actually, cyber crime, which has been seen in past few months, ki they will going to call you by becoming a police officer or IT officer or drug officer, and they will say on online ki you have been done digital arrest. So no such digital arrest concept is there present. If police want to arrest you, they will come at your place, they will going to, the people, a police, any particular police authority, they will come with warrant or any kind of letter that yes, yeah, we have you have these criminal charges and there are chances that you will be arrested or you are arrested. So there is no such concept of digital arrest. But recently digital arrests were also in news because Madras High Court is one of the first court which has given first verdict on digital arrest. So digital arrest concept is also becomes important because it is also part of cyber crime. Now, National Reporting Center, if anyone facing these kind of cyber crime, they can go to this particular, they can go to this particular app and they can call on this particular number which is related to cyber crime. Then threat analytical unit, they will identify the emerging threat, because in past few months, like from from the end of 2024 till now, Delhi school, Delhi airports, Delhi higher authorities, Delhi sensitive authorities, on an average more than 100 emails threat these particular schools and colleges have got कि भैया हम तुम्हें बॉम्ब से उड़ा देंगे. So which unit will going to work on these kind of threats? So threat analytical unit, that is TAU, TAU. So threat analytical unit will going to identify where this cyber crime is emerging. So under I4C, this particular initiative, this particular unit has worked, and we have find out कि majority of the cyber crime which took place in first 6 months in India, the main source, the unit where from where the people are sitting and doing these kind of fake call is your Southeast Asia. So on another hand, we are trying to improve the relationship with Southeast Asia with different initiative. We have also gone through the Kaladhan multimodal project, Act East policy, but on the next hand, these Southeast Asia is one of the major threat of cyber crimes in India. And who is basically making these call centers to do these kind of fake calls in India? That is China. We will see in further in detail, but yes, threat analytical unit identifies the emerging cyber crime trends and hotspots. Then there are training centers which is working to basically train the police official, because cyber crime is not very old concept. It's a new for everyone. Our police people also, for us also, and for the other officials also. So that's why there is a proper training unit under this particular initiative which is working to train the police officers so that they can also not become victim of cyber frauds. Because in past few years, we not normal population, but yes, majority of these officials were also part of these kind of cyber frauds. For example, DRDO example I have given you. The director, one of the director general position of DRDO minister was actually become part of this cyber fraud and honey trap, out of which he has leaked very sensitive information related to DRDO to that particular girl who was actually an ISIS based agent of your Pakistan, and she was actually beautiful, and she said that I'm a London based girl, and out of which there was affair, and after then he released everything, whether he released various sensitive data on the call. So yes, various officials are also basically highly prone to these kind of cyber frauds and cyber crimes. That's why there's a proper training unit which is working on it. Then there are innovative centers which are looking for the different research and development, what could be the solution done for this particular kind of a crime. Then there's a coordination platform. Why I'm telling this? Because UPSC can ask you what are the sub features or the sub platforms under this. Now forensic lab ecosystem, obviously they are also looking after what is the cyber point. Legal ethic, like hacking is allowed. In our country, hacking is allowed. Now you will say how hacking is allowed. Hacking is allowed, but ethical hacking is allowed. That's why majority of the students in our country, or majority of the people, even government is promoting a courses which is related to ethical hacking. For example, government use these hackers to actually hack the site of different enemy organizations or enemy people system or these kind of structure, which is very crucial for any particular case. That's why hacking is not legal, but ethical hacking is legal in our country, but with terms and condition, because this is actually directly taking panga with your fundamental rights, that is basically your right to internet and various right to privacy. So yes, ethical hacking is there. Government to some extent can go for ethical hacking, but that is also for the safety concern, not for their personal gains. So now training centers are there. We have discussed coordination platform, forensic lab ecosystem. There is a proper digital infrastructure which will going to work on these kind of system. Now there is a management and awareness program center where public awareness and these kind of initiative has been taken. For example, every time if government want to basically release any kind of these advisories or awareness thing, always Amitabh Bachchan ji, he record his voice, and his voice is actually everyone, whenever we are calling anyone, we can hear that particular advisory or public awareness system that is actually run by these units. Then there is a suspect search tool basically for the citizen access, so that they can also get idea about what is happening in your system. Then E0 FIR concept is there. For example, we have already discussed that now if my phone has been, let's say thief has taken my phone, or any of my personal documents are not available, or my, let's say someone has done my pocketing, at that time I can go for EFIR. I don't have to go to basically police station and then go for the whole process. They can online basically file the FIR, and I can basically get the detail about whatever the structure, and you can also see the number. For example, under that online portal of FIR, there is a particular number, complaint number you will get, and what you can do, you can basically type the number on the particular search bar, and you will also know what is the status of your particular case, ki kitna recovery or what of which level the investigation or anything has been done. Specifically in mobile and such cases, there is no, like for I have given these kind of, I have filed online FIR, so there is no such advanced thing. At the end they will say ki bhai nahi mila, we didn't found that. But for the other cases also, like if you have some case hit and run case, or any land dispute is going in your court, then also, and you have a FIR related to that, then also you can put that complaint number, and you can have detail ki bhai when is your next hearing, or what is the status. In judicial point of view, you can fill that particular your judgment number, matlab that particular file number or case number, you will get aware about ki what is actually the status of your particular case, what will be the next hearing, when will be the next hearing. And EFIR case mein, you will get to know about what is the update about that particular thing, whatever on which you have put FIR in your via your phone. So this is the E0 FIR, and there is also an international organizations which we are looking about. Now there is an international convention which is related to these cyber crime, which is known as Budapest Convention. There is an international and one of the first convention which is working on the cyber crime, that is Budapest. Budapest is an city present country or city present in your Europe. So there is a Budapest Convention. Budapest Convention is one of the first international organization or convention protocol which is related to basically a cyber crime, and which works, majority of the country they have come on this platform, and they are working for the cyber crime perspective. But the thing is that, very important thing is that India is not member of this Budapest Convention. It's always important ki bhai India is actually member of not of any particular XYZ organization or not. So answer is here is no. India is not member of Budapest Convention, which is one of the first convention which is working, or organization, or basically and protocol which is working on the cyber crime or cyber threat. Why? Because under this you have to share your secrets about the cyber or cyber related technology, and India said that we don't trust, because there are some countries, our enemies country are also part of this convention. That's why we said we are not free to share our data or cyber related stuffs on this particular platform. So there is a Budapest Convention. India is not a member, but yes, it is one of the international initiative which is related to these kind of cyber crimes. Now next, what does actually report says? So on an average, in first half of 2025, on an average per month we have lost 1000 crore per month, and it is such a big number. So rising financial losses in first half of 2025, India lost an average of 1000 crore per month to cyber frauds, totaling 7,000 crore. So on an average till now, till your July 21, we have lost on an average 7 crore to these cyber frauds, and this includes every kind of cyber frauds, botnet, phishing, spamming, spoofing, and different kind of DDoS can be seen, DOS can be seen. So these are kind of cyber frauds. There is a proper whole chapter in internal security which is dedicated to these cyber crimes, and UPSC time to time asking question in prelims and mains related to these cyber crimes. And now again this cyber crime is in the news, and this is such a big number ki yes, according to I4C report, we have already lost 7,000 CR till now to these kind of cyber frauds. And according to report, agar aisa hi chalta raha, if we have actually if the number of, like for example, it's actually government has not initiated any important step or something, agar aisa hi chalta raha, so at the end of the year we can actually lose 1.2 lakh crore, that is approx $1.2 trillion, and which is on an average 0.7% of our GDP. So in the race of Viksit Bharat or becoming Viksit Bharat, that is a hashtag at the rate 2047, in this current scenario, this cyber scene is very important. Government should work on technologies and initiatives so that they can work on these cyber crime. If not, then our vision to become one of the developed country by 2047 will kahin na kahin shatter, because this is one of the major threat. Yes, we are developing. Yes, we are making different kind of initiatives. Like for example, recently yesterday was in news that Elon Musk have made a particular artificial AI like as a girlfriend. She will do every kind of talk. She will basically also she will talk with you, she will actually have conversation, and every time it's like you can have a very good conversation. She will suggest you what to wear, what not to wear. She will also do different stuffs for you. So at this age of cyber and AI modeling, if it's like, if this is the problem, and this is not even a thing which we have achieved ki like now we have developed so much technologies related to cyber or AI. No, we are just in a beginning phase, and at a beginning phase of these kind of things can be seen, then seriously we have to work for a future, because we can't lose a good amount of number of our GDP just for these kind of cyber crimes. So on the name of technology, we can't basically allow those countries to loot us. So this is basically the data which says. Now over 50% of the cyber frauds which we are actually prone to, they are taken from the Southeast Asian country. In which of the countries which are highly involved in such crimes, that is Myanmar, Vietnam, Laos and Thailand, and these are also the country which are also part of your golden triangle, which is one of the major center for opium growing or drugs growing area of the country. So which of the on an average 50% of the crime cyber frauds which are originating, these are from your South Asian countries such as Cambodia, Myanmar, Vietnam, Laos and Thailand. And high security compounds, these are basically run by whom? The Chinese handlers. So Chinese are the one which are actually making or running these kind of centers. Now same, India is also center for cyber crimes which are taking place in UK and USA. So the problem of UK and USA is that the majority of the cyber threats or cyber frauds which is happening every month or every week or every year in their country, majority of like 50% of the cyber threats is actually done from India. Now cut to the cycle. Now majority of the 50% of the cyber threat which is actually done in our country, that is from your Southeast Asian countries. So we are also basically looting some XYZ country, that is UK, USA majority, and USA is the major target. And cut to another part, we are also majority of the 50% actually call center, the Chinese they have set up their plants in these Southeast Asian country and they are looting us. So this is actually a cycle. There are proper full furnished offices which can be seen in Delhi NCR, which are actually legally sitting here in the proper offices and premises, and they are actually doing these kind of cyber frauds. Secondly, these people are not only basically doing these kind of cyber threat from Southeast Asia, they are also recruiting people from South. So South, they are saying that yes, this is a job profile, you have to call them and you have to this and this, like a proper setup has been made. So majority of the people, they are recruited from South India to these South Asian countries to basically get these kind of opportunities. So two kinds of things are basically happening in South India. Number one, they are recruiting people for cyber frauds. Number two, they are also calling, these particular Southeast Southern Indian people, they are also prone to cyber fraud in the name of fake jobs. So on the name of fake job also they are looting people. Second, they are also recruiting. First, they are also on the name of fake jobs they are asking for money, and these people are becoming victim of these cyber threats. So over 50% of the cyber frauds can be seen from this region, which is the handler. China is the handler. So we have identified that 45 scam centers can be seen in Cambodia, 5 in Laos, and 1 in Myanmar. So now we are actually working for improving relationship with Southeast Asia. Now we will also going to see but yes, there is also one concern which is increasing, not only drugs, but now one concern which is increasing from this region is your cyber crime as well. Now we also have to talk with China ki bhaiya ye kya hai, kyun kar rahe ho. On the second hand, yes, we will also need to talk with these countries ki please see to it that you, because of your setups and the setups which has been made in your country, we are highly prone to these kind of cyber crimes. Now victims Indians में क्या है, majority being trafficked via fake job offers. ठीक है, majority of they were said that कि दुबई नौकरी लगवा देंगे, China and Thailand to operate cyber crimes. So victims जो हैं majority, they have been the majority of the cyber frauds are done on the name of fake jobs. Dubai is the center, China and Thailand, these are the major centers from where these kind of like they are said that कि दुबई job लगवा देंगे या Thailand लगवा देंगे या फिर China, and these are the origin state. Majority of the people, Dubai is actually working for ki yes, we will going to give you golden visa, extended golden visa, but sad part is that ki Dubai is also becoming one of the major center for frauds. So majority of the frauds on the name of investment, on the name of cyber, on the name of different fake job promises, majority of the crime is taking place in Dubai. So Dubai is actually becoming dhire a safe haven for these kind of financial fraudsters. So yes, Dubai is a very fascinating country with everyone. There is like, when I visited Dubai, everywhere there is a Range Rover. So by staying here, I always wished to buy Range Rover. Ki that was one of my dream cars. Ki yes, I want to buy Range Rovers. But when I went to Dubai, every second car was Range Rover. It was like Maruti Suzuki is running on the, like in our country, Swift and Maruti runs like in a very, it's like every second car is that. Same in Dubai, there is every second car is Range Rover, jet black Range Rover. So I thought ki मेरा ड्रीम इतना सस्ता है क्या. बट येस, दुबई इज़ वन ऑफ द रिचेस्ट कंट्री. दुबई इज़ एक्चुअली ग्रोइंग एट अ वेरी लार्ज स्केल. बट कट टू द सेकेंड पार्ट, दुबई इज़ ऑल्सो बिकमिंग वन ऑफ द लार्ज सेंटर्स ऑफ these kind of cyber and financial frauds for various other countries. Now recruitment agents are active across Indian states. So these particular agents are not only sitting in Southeast Asia, as I told you. Majority of the agent, they are sitting here like in Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu, Jammu and Kashmir, Uttar Pradesh and Delhi. So these are the hubs for these kind of cyber frauds, and recruiters are also sitting here. Here also centers are running and going on, which is actually looting the people to our people also, foreigners also, specifically UK, US and Europeans, and we are also looted. So now we are in a circle, everyone is looting every another country. But the thing is that yes, everyone is prone to these kind of cyber frauds, and we need to work on it. Now UP was again in news because of one thing, because the state with the swachhest, the cleanest state tag has been given to UP. City is your Indore, and cleanest state is basically the status has been given to your UP. That's why UP is actually very important. The fact is very important. Then Maharashtra has came up with your urban Naxalism bill. Now we have saw that again and again. I am discussing that every day 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 people of these Naxals, they have been killed by the government, by the forces which are central forces which are present in our country, CAF, that is Central Armed Forces. Because next year March, our Amit Shah, that is Ministry of Home Affairs, said that we will going to make our country free from Naxalism. So that's why Naxalism is also very important. That's why Maharashtra is also in news. Delhi, to yes, time to time is in news. Then Jammu Kashmir was also news because of your Kashmir, Volar Lake में lotus has been emerged. So all the qualities, climatic condition, types of lotus, Namo 108 is very important. We have already discussed. Then again it was in news ki because Kashmir was actually one time it was believed to be a proper jungle area, subtropical area where there was a rainfall was there. But cut to because of the rise of Pir Panjal Lake, the monsoon system, the monsoon winds have been stopped, because of which there is a snow-like condition can be seen. So this was a report which is study which has been released by your Birbal Shahani Institute in Lucknow. So this is not a proper confirmation, but yes, this was basically a kind of a report which has been given by a Lucknow Birbal Shahani Institute. So that's why Jammu Kashmir was in news for two things. Now again pomegranate की वजह से it was in news, apple की वजह से it was in news, and strawberry की वजह से भी it was in news. So because of this every different crops it was in news. So Jammu and Kashmir and things, lithium has been found in your Jammu and Kashmir. We are working for the extraction process. So because of which various things Jammu Kashmir was in news. That's why this year this region and this area also become very important. So now what are the initiative taken? So whenever we talk about what are the initiative has been taken, so there is digital suraksha kendra, then we have certain, which is this one is very important, then we have chakshu, an app, then we have one more initiative and which was asked in your UPSC NDA ka prelims ka paper, what is Bharat Pol? So Bharat Pol is already basically it is also an initiative which has been taken by your Ministry of Home Affairs. There is an organization called as Interpol. Interpol is known as International Police. So because whatever the organized crime and cyber crime, for example, currently we are prone to these cyber crime, but the culprit or the person who is involved is sitting in your Southeast Asia. So we, according to Indian laws, go and can't capture the people who is sitting there and running these kind of platform. What we can do is that we can ask any international authority ki bhai, we with you will going to capture these people, we want to investigate these people. So what is that organization? That is Interpol. Now it is believed that whenever we share anything information or any information to Interpol, so it will going to take time, it's not an easy process. Okay? So same like Interpol, we have created an organization or we have created an app or system that is known as Bharat Pol, which is associated with Interpol, ki any kind of information which is related to here, so that we can actually share information directly. ऐसा ना हो कि एक बार जाए फिर एक महीने बाद you will see your mail, एक महीने के बाद you will say कि this is the data. We don't want to delay the process, so work on the immediately. Like for example, recently पता चला कि yes, majority of the crimes are taking from Southeast Asia. Cut to cut, Bharat Pol has shared information with Interpol. तुरंत within a month or within a week or within 15 days, both of the organization they are in basically Southeast Asia. To basically excel the process of these international crimes and organized crime and cyber crimes, we have initiated a platform that is known as Bharat Pol under Ministry of Home Affairs, and this is very important because already UPSC NDA has asked what is Bharat Pol, or Bharat Pol has been initiated under which ministry? That is Ministry of Home Affairs. It is kind of a it will going to work with the Interpol, which is an international police, and which organization will have a access or will going to work under Bharat Pol? So CBI is also the Indian representative in your Interpol. So via Bharat Pol also CBI will going to work with your Interpol in these kind of international cyber crimes or organized crime. So that is basically a Bharat Pol, where every information related to any crime or any particular culprit which is involved in these kind of international crimes or organized crime or cyber crime. So every detail, every information will be here, and the person, international countries which are like, for example, in this cyber crime we are concerned, China is there, then Myanmar, Laos, Cambodia. So every country will have access of this Bharat Pol, and they will get idea what is the current situation, because as a country we are not running. As a country में some elements are there, illegal elements which are running these kind of crimes. So we can't blame whole Southeast Asian countries for these kind of crime. So might be they not be aware of these things. That's why the government as an authority under this Bharat Pol, they will have access of all the details which is associated with these particular cyber crimes. Now Bharat Pol is one of the initiative, then we have Chakshu, one of the initiative, then we have Swachhata Digital Suraksha, then one of the organization which is actually I4C is also one of the organization initiative, and CERT-IN. This is one of the important basically organization or basically initiative which has been taken. CERT-IN is a national nodal agency responsible for handling cyber security threat such as hacking and phishing. Phishing is not machli pakadna. Phishing is basically when via these kind of fake emails or fake basically links, people say that is pe click karo, you will get 5 lakh or you have been won this much amount. So when we click on these kind of apps, this is known as basically phishing. जिस तरीके से जाल बिछाते हैं to catch a fish, same phishing is like whenever there is some kind of a web has been created to trap a person in this cyber fraud, this is known as phishing. So hacking and phishing. Now it operates under Ministry of Electronics and basically Information and Technology. Majority of people they confuse कि certain है it is related to cyber crime. So like Bharat Pol and I4C, it must be also under Ministry of Home Affairs. So no, it is under your Ministry of Electronics. So that is very important, and it has been operational since January 2004. So it is not a new initiative, but yes, we have worked more. Recently it was in news, time to time UPSC has asked question what are the initiative. So this is very important. Cut to the other article. That is, US has finally banned and recognized designated TRF as a foreign terrorist organization. What is TRF? TRF is the Tehreek Resistance क्या बोलते हैं force which was responsible for your Pahalgam attack. Now TRF is one of the organization which is working under your LET, that is Lashkar-e-Taiba. So Lashkar-e-Taiba ke under there is an organization which is working, that is TRF, which was responsible for various attacks in our country, and specifically it was also responsible for your Pahalgam attack. Now India has already recognized it as a terrorist organization and under your UPA, that is Unlawful Prevention Act, but now USA has also recognized it as a foreign terrorist organization. It has banned this particular organization, but problem is that wherever this notification has been released, they have not mentioned about the country from where this organization is running very safely, that is your Pakistan. That's why India has welcomed this particular thing, but on the other hand, India has also criticized, because on all the international platforms, we have talked about international, these kind of terrorism, but cut to whenever there is a point ki nahi, you have to clearly mention about the Pakistan. No one has clearly mentioned about this country ki yes, this as a country is responsible for this, yeah, this as a country is considered as a safe haven. Everyone knows that ki the government is actually funding them, or government is funded by these terrorist organization. But cut to another part, why no country, why not a single country is taking name of this, or they are officially recognizing yes, Pakistan is responsible for all the major crimes which are going on in the country and the world? But nahi. So we have accepted this, we have welcomed this particular initiative, but to cut to hand, we are also upset with the same thing ki they have not basically mentioned the name of your Pakistan. Now second thing, you must be aware of the Osama bin Laden. A proper surgical strike has been done by Obama in your Pakistan to kill Osama bin Laden, one of the terrorist organization which was very prominent at a time, and he was an engineer, very padha likha admi, very educated person. But yes, because of that brainwash and because of that different feeling of nationalism, he has become part of that organization, and he was one of the great leaders of terrorist organization responsible for various crimes. And but there is a different part about him. When he died, when the surgical strike was done by your Obama, and when he was killed, and he was basically the place in his room, more than 1 lakh CD cassettes, the cassettes have been found of a singer, that is Alka Yagnik ji. So he was a huge fan of Alka Yagnik ji. So every time, whenever there is any kind of interview or podcast, every time she has been asked with the same question, ki are you aware of the same thing, ki Osama bin Laden was such a biggest fan of yours, ki when he died, so the government and authorities, they have found more than 1 lakh cassettes of your songs only. So she was like, I was not aware of everything. But yes, there was a whole case investigation was also done on her name, ki kahin she has not linked with terrorist organization, but at the end she found to be clean. But yes, Osama bin Laden was one of the huge fan of Alka Yagnik ji, and he was also one of the main leaders of these kind of terrorist organizations. Surgical strike was done by Obama on him. But yes, now again TRF, we are coming back to this. And USA is also one of the country which is actually, they used to fund these kind of organization at the very beginning level, and when one they actually become threat for them, then they say that yes, this is a terrorist organization and we should stop or we should ban them. So this is the hypocrisy of your USA. Every country which is currently fighting currently in this situation, in this scenario, you will see USA is related to every second country. So yes, USA is kind working as a fuel, whatever going in your Middle East and your world right now. Now, USA has basically State Department designated TRF as a foreign terrorist organization and specially designated global terrorist entity. Now coming with what is TRF, so the Resistance Front is an organization which is actually having its base in your Kashmir and your Pakistan. So it's emerged in October 2019 and after revocation of Article 370, because yes, there were various organizations which are running in the system. There is a very good movie of your Shahid Kapoor, which is Heather, which talks about these kind of organizations or how people are brainwashed against the country and against yes, why there should be a separate entity and why they should be actually become part of Pakistan, why Jammu Kashmir should join hands with Pakistan. So that's a very good movie. If in few time, if you want free time, if you want, you can see that particular movie. You will understand actually yes, the youth of basically Jammu and Kashmir was brainwashed, but Article 370 after revocation of their constitution, there is one constitution, so we have as a central government we have a direct authority over there. So we are working, we are actually doing the various kind of operation to stop this and aware people about aware people local and more people participation related to these kind of against these terrorist activities or the people who are spreading these kind of brainwash kind of activities. But yes, still there is a lot to go in these particular this particular state. But yes, after 370 the resistance front has emerged in our country and it was actually introduced on a platform like a Telegram. So that's why Telegram CEO has, there was a news 2 to 3 months prior ki Telegram was about to close, because you will not believe Telegram is one of the biggest source of cyber crimes and fake crimes in our country. So yes, majority, good morning beta, majority of us are actually working, are actually basically having a chat and lot of information fake and piracy movies can also be seen on these kind of Telegram. But Telegram is one of the major source of cyber frauds in country. That's why the CEO of Telegram was asked to basically report or basically work on the technology so that we can curb on this, or either it was a situation keep they were asked to close, they were actually asked to shut this Telegram. But majority of the people, they are using Telegram, so it was not easy to shut that. But yes, they are working on a technology so that we can curb on the cyber frauds which are related to Telegram. But still, Telegram is one of the major source of these kind of illicit activities and trade frauds. So it was introduced on platform like Telegram and so called local resistance movement. So Telegram pe there was a group which was made and saying that ki we will going to work on these local resistance, we will going to basically, and the English name was selected so that it seems ki it is not related to any terrorist organization. So local resistance means ki people are not happy with this revocation of Article 370, so we want you guys to come together. So Telegram pe it was made. Now Indian authorities have found that, but yes, they tried to basically work on it. So it was also, it's a proxy, it's a sub-organization of Lashkar-e-Taiba, but the functioning of Lashkar-e-Taiba and TRF is totally different. That is not important from examination point of view, but thing is that yes, it's a proxy group, it is a subgroup of Lashkar-e-Taiba, which is one of the major organization responsible for your 2008 26/11, that is 2008 attack on your Mumbai. And so, but yes, currently TRF the functioning is different. And what is modus operandi? Modus operandi का मतलब क्या होता है? What is actually the goal? So what is the goal of TRF? What is the modus operandi of ORF? Is basically to remove, to work, they actually working on online agendas. They are working basically these kind of online platforms to recruit people, to basically brainwash people, to involve people in such organization, ask them to join, and the aim is basically to kill the people and get Kashmir back. So this is the militant outfit with a strong presence. It's okay, they avoid fidayeen. This is also very important in cyber security. You will study internal security, you will study everything. Fidayeen is basically suicidal attacks. They don't go for these kind of suicidal attacks. They will not going to bomb. They will directly involve in killing of the people. So this is also basically how they are different from your Lashkar-e Taiba. So what is modus operandi of this? To kill the people and avoid fidayeen. What are the terror attacks which can be seen? Pahalgam attack, obviously one of the attack, major attack which led to Operation Sindoor, that was done by your TRF. Second, Raisi attack, when Vaishno Devi se the bus was coming, they have attacked the whole bus, the full of Hindu pilgrimage, where majority of the people were killed. Then Anantnag encounter, which was held in your September 2023. So majority of the attacks of these people, you will see they have been emerged after your revocation of Article 370, because they have formed after revocation of Article 370. But Kattu, they have formed after Article 370, that is 2019 and 20. In the last 2 to 5 years, they have gained such a presence in the country, presence in the environment. They have become so powerful that they did these kind of major attacks in our country. That is your Pahalgam attack, Raisi attack, Anantnag encounter, which was done in 2023. So yes, these are actually that's why in the current scenario it is very important to take actions against them. Now cut to the another article. India is actually also the cyber suraksha is important, but cut to other hand, the Indian defense system is growing at a very high scale. Why? Because India has recently test fired indigenously ballistic missile, that is Prithvi 2 and Agni 1. From Chandipur, Odisha. And Indian Army on the cut to 2 articles have been involved in this, and cut to another. Indian Army has successful trials of indigenously developed air defense system, that is Akash Prime in Ladakh. So we will study about 3 things majorly. What is Prithvi 2, what is Agni 1, what is Akash Prime, and second, what is the difference between your ballistic and cruise missile. Before that, Prithvi 2 missile, it's a surface to surface missile. Well, like for example, surface to air missile hota hai, surface to surface missile hota hai, surface to basically land missile hota hai. There are different kind of missiles can be seen. Surface to air, when you are hitting from here to here. Surface to surface, like from here you want to hit to that particular place there. So there air to air missile hota hai कि air से air पे, surface to land नहीं, sorry, air to air missile होता है हवा से हवा में ही you are launching missiles to kill any particular XYZ missile or person. So there are different kind of missile structures can be seen. So from the name you can say it's a surface. Prithvi means dharti, so Prithvi se basically surface to surface missile can be seen. So Prithvi 2 missile, surface to surface missile, nuclear capable, it's a short range ballistic missile. What is the difference? That is also important. Number 1, surface to surface missile, you should keep this in mind. Number 2, nuclear capable short range missile. Then number 3, it can carry up to 500 to 1000 kgs of warheads, that means the weapons, that is number 3, and it is powered by liquid propulsion twin engines. इसमें अभी बताना is थोड़ा सा मुश्किल, because time is also less, because there are solid engines, liquid propulsion engines. You will going to study in detail when you will study about your science and technology, but this is very important because UPSC in statement they ask it's a solid propulsion or a liquid propulsion, but here number 4 it is important, it's a liquid propulsion twin engine program. Number, it can strike up to 350 kilometers, that is number 5. And it is capable of striking a target with a very high degree of precision. दैट मीन्स कि अगर मैंने एक्यूरेसी फिट की है यहाँ से 350 किलोमीटर पे, आई वांट टू हिट दैट पर्टिकुलर हाउस, सो लाइक 90%, 95, 96% चांसेस आर देयर कि इट विल गोइंग टू हिट एग्जैक्टली द सेम टारगेट विच हैज़ बीन फिक्स्ड. दैट इज द क्वालिटीज ऑफ योर पृथ्वी 2. वाई पृथ्वी 2? बिकॉज येस वी हैव पृथ्वी 1, पृथ्वी 2, पृथ्वी 3, different series of there are present, but yes पृथ्वी 2 has been recently launched and tested. That's why this is very important. Surface to surface missile, short range ballistic missile, can carry up to 500 to 1000 of warheads. Number 4, it's a liquid propulsion twin engine. Number 5, strike range up to 350 kilometer. Number 6, it's a very high precision. Now you can see the Prithvi recently which has been tested in our Odisha Chandripur. Now what is the difference between cruise missile and ballistic missile? This is also very important. This is the parabolic pathway. Maths maybe you have studied about parabolic pathway. So it's a parabolic pathway. This is actually ballistic missiles, for example, they are launched from here, they will go up to the air and then they will going to reach to the target. Cruise missile में क्या होता है, whatever the target you have been set, they will going to capture that. They will basically, they can follow any particular route to basically work on that. Majority cruise missiles are near to surface only, but yes, what is the khas, like you have saw, if you have saw the movie Partner movie, in Partner movie your Go Baby Go, that particular small kid, he used to launch a cruise missile by saying just a quote, Go Baby Go. So that particular cruise missile used to follow your Salman Khan, मतलब एक तरीके से he was following that character कि जब तक उसको hit नहीं करेगा तब तक वो काम, मतलब it will not going to stop. So somewhere the functioning of the cruise missile is same कि आप एकदम target पे set करते हो, he follows the target and then hit that particular weapon or missile. So this is basically in short about your from a diagram you can understand the ballistic missile, they used to follow a parabolic pathway, but cruise missile can be launched from this kind of, it can basically target from any direction, it doesn't want a parabolic pathway. Now what is the basic difference? Follows a curved parabolic pathway, like we have throw ball, अगर एक बार ball को फेंको तो ball पहले ऊपर जाएगी, then it will come down. बट फाइल स्ट्रेट एंड लो लाइक एन एयरप्लेन, इसका ज़्यादातर लो ही लाइन पे रहता है और एयरप्लेन की तरह ये नॉर्मल एक एवरेज पे उड़ता है. देन स्पीड वेरी फास्ट, कैन अप टू 5 to 20 टाइम्स मोर स्पीड देन साउंड, स्लोअर यूजुअली लोअर सब सुपरसोनिक होती है. देन रेंज कैन गो टू इंटरकॉन्टिनेंटल, बैलिस्टिक मिसाइल कैन गो टू इंटरकॉन्टिनेंटल, दैट मीन्स कि यहाँ से बैठे बैठे वी कैन एक्चुअली लॉन्च अ बैलिस्टिक मिसाइल टिल योर South America, till your South America or North America. So it's an intercontinental, can have range more than 5,500 kilometer, but it's a short and medium range. Short and medium range maybe it can goes up to 1,500 to 2,500 kilometers. Not that short, but as compared to ballistic, it is having a short range. Now guidance, ज़्यादातर फ्री फॉल होता है, बट इट इज़ अ प्रॉपरली गाइडेड मिसाइल. एक बार अगर आपने टारगेट की तो चांसेस आर हाई कि इट विल गोइंग टू हिट द टारगेट, इसको वापस करने की ज़रूरत गाइड नहीं है. वैसे मेजॉरिटी ऑफ दोज मिसाइल करंटली इन एडवांस टेक्नोलॉजी वी आर मेकिंग देम फायर एंड फॉरगेट. दैट मीन्स कि वंस इट हैज़ बीन फायर्ड, नो नीड टू बेसिकली लुक आफ्टर कि वो पर्टिकुलर टारगेट पे दे आर हिटिंग और नॉट. सो दे आर वर्किंग ऑन अ फोर्स और वर्किंग ऑन अ प्रोसेस दैट इज नोन एज फायर एंड फॉरगेट. नाउ it is not the ballistic missiles can be easily detected, but the cruise missile it is not easy to detect. But this ballistic missile statement is not fully true, because currently with advanced technology and advanced science we are making the technology which is not easy to detect. So yes, we can say it is easy to detect, but we are making advanced ballistic missiles of which detection process is not that easy. How detection? Because the missiles which are launched in your radar system, so we have a strong air radar system so that we can find कि हाँ any XYZ kind of instrument or any XYZ kind of missile is actually coming to our air space, so it can be detected. Now but the cruise missile khasiyat is that it is harder to basically detect because of the low level flying which can be seen. Accuracy as compared to cruise missile, as we have discussed कि cruise missile is more accurate, it will going to hit the target, but ballistic missile का accuracy is quite low, but yes currently we are working on it. So we are making high precise ballistic missiles also. So these two statements currently they are 50-50, we are working on it. So in future this definition or this difference might change. Now, what is the example? Can be seen Agni series and Prithvi series. Then we have BrahMos, which is working on this. Then strategic, this is not but these things are very important. Ki bhai, what is the basic difference between cruise and ballistic missile? Number second, fatafat, let us complete because it's already time for the next session. Agni 1, it's a surface to surface missile again, ballistic missile, range 700 to 900 kilometer. That means it can hit to 700 to 900 kilometer. It can carry payload up to 1000 kgs or thoda sa beyond. Single stage solid fuel, as I told you. It is also powered by liquid propulsion twin engines. It is a single stage, so we have dual and single stages. Solid fuel, that was liquid. Prime Prithvi series were liquid. Here we can see solid fuel. I will actually, this is also important thing. If you are sitting in our class, we will going to make you see the whole video how these particular single and double propellants, they are actually working. Solid and liquid propellants are working, but here it is not possible to show everything. Then high precision with advanced navigation system. So these are the qualities of Agni 1. Now Akash, it is surface to air missile. We have talked about yes, there are missile which is surface to air, surface to surface, air to surface. There are different missiles can be seen, but this is Akash Prime series is basically a surface to air missile. Can go up to 30 kilometer. In an improved version, we are making it to go to 45 to 50 kilometers, but currently it can go up to 30 kilometers. Can take warhead, can take warhead up to 60 kgs, better accuracy, low temperature pe bhi they can work, high altitudes pe bhi they can work, and they are capable of engaging aerial targets. That means ki agar hawa mein there are any kind of drone attacks has been done till your 30 kg, they can actually hit that particular target. So this is your Akash Prime series. ठीक है. So that's all for today. Hope so you have understood this session. We have tried to cover articles which are very important from Saturday, Sunday point of view, and currently also in the news. Today it is also part of your newspaper. So we have covered on an average 6 articles, and we have basically presented here in your 50 to 53 minutes. Hope so you have enjoyed this session. Follow the another session, and for the further current affairs, please join us by tomorrow, and you can subscribe the channel as well. Thank you.